Why smart people prefer silent psychology of human behavior. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, the smartest people often choose to remain silent, not because they have nothing to say, but because they understand something most people never realize. Silence isn't weakness, it isn't fear, and it certainly isn't ignorance. Sometimes, silence is the strongest form of intelligence. Today, we'll explore the psychology behind why intelligent people often speak less and think more. 1. They listen more than they speak. Most people listen just long enough to reply, but thoughtful people listen to understand. Psychologists have found that active listening improves learning, empathy, and decision-making. When you spend less time talking, you notice details others miss. Body language, tone of voice, hidden emotions. The more you observe, the better you understand people. Sometimes, the quietest person in the room knows the most. 2. They think before they speak. Words, once spoken, can't be taken back. That's why intelligent people rarely rush to respond. Instead, they pause, they organize their thoughts, and they ask themselves, will these words improve the conversation? That short moment of reflection often prevents unnecessary conflict and leads to better decisions, because wisdom isn't measured by how quickly you answer. It's measured by how carefully you think. 3. They don't need constant validation. Many conversations are driven by a hidden desire, the desire to impress, to prove we're knowledgeable, or to gain approval. But people with quiet confidence don't depend on constant recognition. They don't feel the need to win every debate or dominate every discussion. Their confidence comes from within, not from applause, and that's why they're comfortable with silence. 4. Silence helps the brain think clearly. Modern life is filled with noise, notifications, social media, endless conversations, but the brain needs quiet moments to organize information. Research suggests that periods of silence can improve focus, memory, and creative thinking. Many of history's greatest thinkers spent time alone, simply thinking. Sometimes, your best ideas arrive when everything else becomes quiet. 5. They choose their battles. Not every argument deserves your attention. Smart people understand that being right isn't always worth the cost. Some disagreements cannot be solved. Some people don't want understanding. They only want to win. Instead of wasting energy, intelligent people ask a simple question. Is this conversation worth it? Often, the answer is no, and silence becomes their greatest strength. 6. They observe human behavior. When you're constantly speaking, you miss opportunities to observe. Quiet people often notice small details others ignore. A nervous smile, a hesitant answer, a change in tone. These subtle signals reveal far more than words alone. Observation is one of the most powerful psychological skills, and silence creates the space to develop it. 7. They know silence can speak louder than words. Not every message needs to be spoken. Sometimes, silence expresses disappointment, respect, patience, or confidence. A calm silence during an argument often carries more power than shouting ever could, because silence forces people to think, and sometimes that's exactly what's needed. Final thoughts. Being intelligent doesn't mean speaking less all the time. It means knowing when your words add value and when silence is the wiser choice. The loudest voice isn't always the wisest. Sometimes, the person quietly observing is learning, thinking, and understanding far more than everyone else. Because real intelligence isn't about saying more. It's about knowing when saying less means more.